Let's go, Arkansas fans. We're breaking down the high school tape of KJ Jackson, the four-star quarterback coming in for this 2024 crop. Do I think he could turn into something special? I will say there are a few clips that make him kind of look like another QB named KJ. KJ decides to run, and this is just a really good job right here, just making something happen here. One thing that I look for from recruits is when you fall down, how quickly do you pop back up? And I want you to see how smooth he just pops up. He is a very fluid athlete, okay? Now, we're going to get to this deep ball throw right here, and bang, look at that placement right there. I understand the guy has him beat, but he is perfectly leading this receiver, and he's not stopping stride, and more than likely he scores. His protection in high school was good, but you'll see right here, when he sees that he is throwing this football, bang, this ball could be out by now. All right, now you'll see he takes a few extra little crow hops into this pocket, some very not so happy feet, but you could see just two extra little step ups into this pocket, and he finally lets the thing go. Okay, I understand he was waiting totally for this receiver to beat him, but the best quarterbacks are able to get rid of the football earlier. I'm not really worried about that until you actually become a starter, but that will be something that will need to be changed by the time he is a collegiate player. But still, the ball placement was really good. You see some more of his playmaking ability right here. Spin move right there, able to, of course, cut to the outside right here and make something with his legs. This is a very good single high safety beater, okay? You can see it's just one safety. It is cut off. There could be a safety over here, but this is straight center field. So this deep over to this pocket of space looks to be something that he wants to allow to develop. All right. You'll see that he is bailing so far deep right here when his pocket is perfect, okay? You normally don't want to do that, but it does show you his playmaking ability to be able to reset his feet and throw this ball on the run. But as you can see, the pocket was good the entire time. We didn't need all the extra, foot movement, but he does throw an absolute strike right here. Bang, leading his receiver right on the money. Good stuff. This is more the same thing, except this time he does have to escape the pocket here, okay? You'll see that there is a lot of pressure coming off the edge right here, so he is rolling out to the right. Bang! Now we get to this clip, all right? Little play action here to the right side, and what I would always tell my quarterbacks if I was a quarterback coach, if they are getting heavy interior pressure to your throwing arm side, and we have route concepts that are going to this side, I always want you to break contain. So that's what he does here. He feels that this contain is broken, and this is where we want dangerous playmaking QBs, okay? We want them rolling out to the left, because if it's not there, you could just run it. Obviously, we would prefer him throwing it. He keeps his eyes down the field. Bang! I mean, the ball placement couldn't have been better, and he was able to, score going upfield. Okay? Kind of the same thing here. Directing traffic is just really good improvisation right there. All right, so we get to this play right here. I want you to look at this. What's open? There's nothing open. You can argue this, but, that's getting gobbled up pretty quickly. I would take this all day, but we're trying to get this football vertical. There's a safety right here on top of this post. These route concepts down here, it doesn't look like that route was ran all that hard. The spacing here is just kind of random, okay? There's just nothing open at all. So we need you to step up and make a play. He makes him miss, makes him miss, makes him miss, and you're running out of bounds for a nice explosive gain. That's just some really good quarterback play right there. Here's more of the same. Look at this guy. Flip into the end zone is just crazy. We get to here. Same thing. All right. If they're going to give you your left side, I want you breaking it almost every time. And even if that were the case, there's a lot of pressure coming to this B gap with this guy. So he feels this out. He rolls out to the left side. And then while he's getting hit, look at that ball placement. Bang! While he took a full extended shot. It's a dot right on the money. This is just a simple QB power play, obviously something that Arkansas would do a lot of. He slips and falls. All right, now we're going to break down, to me, the most popular concept that this offense ran last year, which is out of something called 12 personnel. Now, one thing that is very interesting about 12 personnel offenses is in high school, you don't really see it, right? But this is what the 49ers do better than anyone. And I think Arkansas should do more of this, obviously, next year. Of course, KJ Jackson's not going to play a lot next year. But this is a variation of Y cross, right? You have a tight end running, a deep over right here, and then you have a split zone coming across the way right here. And this gives a quarterback multiple reads to the left side. If you want to throw the split zone, if it's open, throw it here. But we want to get this football vertically to the tight end on the deep over. And if it's not there, we just want KJ to run with it. Okay? Now, what's interesting, we're going to break down a few of these Y-cross concepts, is he had to deal with a lot of pressure right in his face when they ran these concepts. Okay? So you'll see there's a guy breathing right down his neck. This tight end leaks all the way down here. Look at that ball placement. Bang. All right, so let's have a lesson here in ball placement. This is a weird formation, okay? Once again, it's 12 personnel. This is one of the most awkward stances I've ever seen from an H-back, but it is what it is. This is just really good quarterback play. What makes this very interesting is you'll see that they crowd the line of scrimmage, but they don't actually really send anyone, and they also don't bail. It's very weird defense, okay? Normally when you see something like that, that means the QB is killing him with their legs and they're afraid to get upfield, and or they want QB spies to make him throw. All right? Now, we get to this portion of here, okay? The camera angle is really tight. He looks to his right and then goes all the way back to his left to take advantage of this assignment. And the ball placement isn't perfect. Obviously, we want to lead him all the way. But if you're looking right and working all the way back left, to look right, go all the way back to the left, got to love it, okay? I don't remember this throw at all. You got to be kidding me with this ball placement. I mean, look at this. You filthy animal, KJ Jackson. This is really advanced quarterback play. Really advanced quarterbacks know one of the safest throws you can make is when the linebacker has his back turn running full speed there. It's a very difficult guard for the backer going up against a receiver. He also knows with the leverage of this safety being right here on this hash, you could see that the safety's hips open up this way, okay? This way, and there's no way he can get over the top of this on a deep over right here. I want you to see when he's throwing this ball. Look at that. Look at that. That is abso-freaking-lutely redunculous. And look at this placement. Bam! I mean, that is so freaking good. I wish he could do that any better than what he did just then. Okay? Now let's see what happens here. Oh, man, this is just ridiculous. Boom! I'm looking at you. Okay, Razorback fans, we got some trivia for you, okay? It's about you. I'm going to show you two clips back to back. It's the same exact play design. Just tell me the name of it. Answer it to yourself aloud. And this is brought to you by our friends at Underdog Fantasy. Arkansas fans, you know about being an underdog in the SEC. It's an uphill battle every year, and that's why Underdog Fantasy exists, baby. You could sign up for playoff best ball $4 tournaments. You can win thousands. In fact, I'm in a season-long contest. Off a $4 buy-in, I can win $25K this weekend. Underdog Fantasy, UnderdogFantasy.com. But you got to use my promo code Carter for a deposit match bonus. It's simple, baby. Underdog Fantasy, UnderdogFantasy.com. The answer to this trivia question is, well, why cross? Same exact play that we broke down earlier out of 12 personnel, okay? Did a Bobby Petrino film study on how he used 12 personnel at Texas A&M. Got a tight end going out on the flat. This is an amazing throw. This guy is just coming through pretty much unblocked. You got to make him miss and then eventually hit the Y crosser, all right? And he falls. Turf Monster gets the best of us, okay? Now this time, they're split zoning the tight end, Y cross across this way, and this is actually a way better executed Y cross because, well, this guy is wide open and the protection on the backside is a lot better. Okay, look at how open this player actually is, and you hit him in the chest, and this time he doesn't fall, but he actually gets tackled. So, once again, links down below, Underdog Fantasy. Please use my promo code Carter. Good little zone read right there for a touchdown, and we'll break down a few more plays here with KJ Jackson. A little bit of a low snap, okay? Got to make this guy miss. If you can break contain to your left side, we want to take that as many times as we possibly can. Now, I'm breaking down this play right here. Level of competition here is questionable. Not many Power 5 athletes on this field, but it's still impressive to see it. Now, look at this QB run. Bang! Taking on 3 guys and still scoring. The ball placement on this is stupid. It's just stupid, okay? We can get into a debate about QB footwork. He is very bouncy on his toes, but I think this base is really good, and look at where he places this football. QB coaches, feel free to correct me on any of that. A ball is just perfectly placed and an amazing, amazing grab. So, once again, I mean, oh, here he is with the RPO game. He leads his receivers really well. Once again, really good ball placement there. Let's see what happens here. Good on an in-breaker here. Okay, once again, it's Y cross. And look at this ball placement again. Okay. All right. And if I'm calling this Y cross and it's not exactly Y cross, feel free, coaches, once again, to correct me if I'm wrong. He could throw this if he wants to, but this tight end had been just leaking wide open all season. Why not take the route that you know for sure is in the end zone? And I think he actually dropped that. It's really good stuff, man. And yeah, he's really good at breaking tackles as well. So before I give you my final grade on KJ here and break down a few more clips, it's important to point out that the services were split on him being a 4 and 3 star. And you take a look at his senior stats, huge improvements, in particular in the rushing yard category. 500 more rushing yards from his sophomore to junior season, double the amount of rushing touchdowns. Really impressive stuff.
The relationship with Coach Pittman is insane. He's a great guy, and he means business, but he keeps everybody, including the family culture.
As you can see, this is a kid that's very easy to root for, and what I am not showing you in this interview was his relationship with Dan Enos, right? And, of course, Dan Enos gets fired, and he still sticks with this Arkansas commitment coming in from the state of Alabama, where he was pursued by other big-time Division I Power 5 universities. He's still stuck with Arkansas. So I'm going to give you my honest thoughts and one harsh truth right here at the end. I know the senior numbers were better, but you're seeing some highlights here from his junior state championship comeback on Auburn's campus, where this was one of the best quarterback performances I've seen in a state championship setting. I felt his junior tape was a little bit better than his senior tape. I know that sounds crazy, but it's just true. He lost some really good receivers off that team, and still on this senior tape, he still put up pretty good numbers. Still, if you want me to do a junior tape breakdown of some truly breathtaking throws, let me know. And you've seen some really good throws on this senior tape as well. I think a lot of you could just tell that I do like him a lot. I understand he's not some can't-miss 5-star prospect. He's a very solid 4-star, and that's about where I have him. You know, most services have him as low tier of a 4-star you possibly could be. I would be a little bit better than that. I think he's got the juice to play SEC football. Is the arm special? No. Is his speed special? No. But you see in the background here, lots of broken tackles, lots of powerful runs, lots of video of him falling forward. I love to see it. Now, one little added bonus, if let's just say Bobby Petrino is in it for the long haul here with Sam Pittman, is Petrino worked his final few games at Texas A&M with a very similar quarterback to KJ Jackson, Ethan Henderson, who is a left-handed dual-threat quarterback. Once again, very similar to KJ Jackson. And once again, I would highly recommend you check out our Bobby Petrino film study from his Texas A&M days. Now, I do have a few harsh truths here at the end. But before we get to that, please support these film studies. I am INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that means? Yes. No major network supports me, so I need your support to keep this going. The likelihood that he ever takes a snap at Arkansas is low, right? Quarterbacks do transfer a lot, okay? So I would put it at a little bit less than 50% chance he ever actually gets a start at Arkansas, because that's just how it is as, a Division I Power 5 quarterback. The second thing I would point out is this quarterback room is crowded, okay? It's going to be very tough for him to beat out not only Jacoby Criswell and Taylen Green over the next couple of seasons, but also Malachi Singleton, who a lot of you like a lot as well. It's just how it is when it comes to being the quarterback of a Division I Power 5 school. You got to be patient, and you also just got to have the juice. And remember, this is just a highlight breakdown. We didn't get into any negative plays here, so it's important to keep that in mind. Now, if you love film studies such as this one, bang, check it out, Taylen Green. You will love it. It is Power Hour SEC, baby. Boom.